The Marine Corps is designed to be expeditionary, so we must be fast, austere, and lethal. And the concepts and capabilities tested during the Advanced Warfighting Experiment will give Marines a leg up in future security environments.
What we want to look at is assessing how a Special Purpose MACTF might be able to command and control multiple dispersed company land teams across a maritime area of operations, whether it's with technology enabler, new organizational constructs, or new TTPs and training.
Expeditionary Force 21 has outlined the way and the direction the Marine Corps is headed, and part of that is us being able to operate in the Pacific from the sea base and being able to influence a wide variety of contingencies.
It's pretty interesting. It feels kind of sci-fi, I guess. I thought it was just going to be stumbling around and it would lose its footing just off the road and on any sort of uneven terrain, but it's actually proven to be pretty reliable and pretty rugged.
Trying to integrate new technologies, new concepts, new ways of doing business into a company. So we've had our challenges with it, but we've learned a lot. It's been a lot more successful than I think I anticipated.
Help me, God! The Marine Corps is going to be doing more company-sized operations, and so we need a smaller medical response. But the austere environment's not going to change. The lethal nature of the engagements isn't going to change.
He's broadcasting the patient's vitals, and the doc is texting back a response.
The ER doctor forward gives us the ability to meet the requirements of the fabled golden hour. The ability to get a patient to the table of an ER doc so they can do those immediate interventions so they can make it safely to the sea base.
The UHAC is one of those experimental technologies that we're looking at as a possible concept capability to look at how we could take our forces in the future and be able to insert them in areas that we wouldn't be able to insert them today based on our current systems that are fielded.
I think what we try and do with experimentation is in training you want to push to the boundaries of what you can do. And you have to do that so that when you get to that boundary, you can look further and try and figure out how you might innovate outside of that operating box that you're constrained to. And that's where we endeavor to kind of go when we go with experimentation. How do we figure out how we navigate that uncharted space and do it safely? Do it so we can, at the right cost, and do it so we can accomplish the mission. And that's what experimentation is about. That's what we're trying to figure out how to do to make our Marines more effective.
Service CO, what's the... I think they're going to be doing that.
Okay, just come back away from 5-1 where they're going to illuminate down there today.
Also, I had to find, one time they wanted me to find out if there was such a thing as a poison that was undetectable, especially one that seemed to mimic a heart attack, that would kill someone, but it would appear that they had a heart attack. I did find such a thing.
Does this pistol fire the dart?
Yes, it does, Mr. Chairman, and a special one was developed which potentially would be able to enter the target without perception.
The poison was frozen into some sort of dart, and then it was shot at very high speed into the person, so when it reached the person it would melt inside them, and the only thing would be like one little tiny red dot on their body, which was hard to detect. There wouldn't be a needle left or anything like that in the person.
But also the toxin itself would not appear in the autopsy?
Yes, so that there was no way of perceiving that the target was him.
Because we live in America.
Tonight, the presidential press conference.
It sounded like a joke at first, but so far it appears to be legit.
Mostly a waste of time, as Mr. Obama did what he always does, provided long-winded answers to general questions.
But I would like to clarify something. We're not trying to scare kids. This president's foreign policy is what's scaring the kids of this country.
Police department, go home! Permission for their state to secede peacefully from the Union.
Because I have to choose between paying my bills and having enough to eat.
Because I'm 52 years old and I can't afford my own apartment.
The police and National Guard going street by street, house to house.
Stand up.
Same president that tells us the economy...
You say guns will be taken. No one will be able to be armed. We will take all weapons.
Entering open houses with guns drawn.
Same people that told us that we'd be greeted as liberals. Same people that told us
because
the tax cut was going to create millions of jobs. That told us the Taliban is gone.
It is surreal. Yeah, you never expect to do this in your own country.
And we're still not making it.
Please forgive us for not believing what you're saying. Please forgive the students of this country for not believing what you're saying. Not one thing about this war that has been told to the American people or that has been told to these college students has been true. Not one thing.
Somebody pops around the corner. Let me shoot an American. Yeah.
There's only one option left. Let's be honest with the American people. I yield back the balance.
Because together, we are stronger than we are alone.
Oh, they punched me in the face. Look at my black and blue marks. Look at what they did to me.
Of the folks who I sent there and who were carrying out missions on behalf of the United States, then
I rise in opposition of
their number one priority is obviously to protect American lives.
But American lives were obviously not protected.